last anchor that we're going to build and evaluate together today is called the quad. This is a relatively new anchoring system that's been used in top rope setups, but I think you're going to find that it occupies a space between the last two anchors that we've seen. It allows for some of the variability and equalization that we got from the sliding X. However, it minimizes the amount of extension to the master point that we saw in the cordelette. The only difference is it does use a little bit longer cord. You have to have a longer cord to do this one. And let's take a look at it now. Still going to use 4 locking carabiners like we did with the other, with the 2-bolt cordelette. Hang those here for now. But in addition, we're gonna use this 7mm cord again. You can see me unwind it, and then if the camera will zoom in on my hands here, or take a look at my hands, you're going to see me tie it again, that Patagonia knot, tie this entire cord into a loop using 2 overhands together. You notice these 2 overhands are close together, and we have an appropriate length of tail. That's what you need for that Patagonia knot. All right, now that our entire piece of cord is in a big loop, I'm going to double it up. This is actually necessary for the quad. We did it in the cordelette just to burn up some of the length so that we didn't have such a long anchor, but it's actually necessary to do this with the quad. All right, so what we're going to do is clip these 2 into one of the carabiners. We're going to lock that carabiner down, and then I'm going to move down about 1 foot, and I'm going to tie just a really big overhand in that cord. We'll move down about another foot or so. We'll tie another overhand. So now I have these 2 overhand knots, and then I have these last 2 loops. I'm going to clip these 2 loops into this carabiner, and we'll lock it down. I'm going to check both my carabiners, make sure that they are locked. Now, you might be asking yourself, where's the master point? The master point is going to exist down here in this space between these 2 knots. And I can make that master point as big or as small as I want by moving these knots. So if I need to move this knot up to make it even with this one, simply pull some slack through, feed it through the knot, tighten it back down. Now our knots are even. If we consider this to be the master point, if you think about it, the only way to make this redundant is to make sure that I don't clip this carabiner across all 4 of them. If I do, and this leg were to fail, if this carabiner were to slip over this knot, the entire anchor would fail. However, if I isolate 2 of the strands with one carabiner, 2 of the strands with another carabiner, let me flip that one over, isolate 2 strands with one and 2 strands with the other, well, now I've created a master point with 2 carabiners that is redundant. Let's put our rope through here, clip it through, or slip it through either one. There's one, there's the other, and we'll lock those carabiners down. And now, check out what we've got. Do we have 2 legs? Is it redundant? Yes. We've got 2 carabiners down here. We've got 2 loops isolated with one, 2 with the other. You have 1 leg independent from the other. Each carabiner is locked. So is it redundant? Yes. Is it equalized? Well, let's see. If we pull down on the knot or down on the anchor, do both legs hold weight? Yes. Not only unidirectionally, but from over here as well, or from over here. You'll notice that when I move, the anchor moves and distributes the weight between the 2 anchors. So is it equalized? Absolutely, and it even equalizes over a range instead of a single direction. How about the extension at the master point to satisfy the N and the E in the Rene acronym? Well, again, let's make this left leg fail by dropping these 2. Watch the master point extension. Is there some? Yes, but it's only 2 or 3 inches before it hits this knot and stops it. Now, if we were on a climb where we thought we really wanted to minimize that, all we have to do is simply move these knots down closer to the carabiners in the master point. And now, if that leg fails, it's going to shift even less on the way down. However, what we did give up was a little bit, right? A little bit of the no extension, a little bit of the equalization across a range. Maybe it equalizes across a range of 6 inches instead of a foot. That's the quad. As you can see, it does kind of make the best of both of the other anchors. Easy to set up once you learn it. So rewind the video, check it out, do it 2 or 3 times, and learn how to set this one up. This is one we're using a lot these days. So there you have it. 3 quick and easy top rope anchor setups to use when you're outdoor climbing. Take this time inside to break out your gear, polish off your skills, learn some new ones, and you'll be ready to get back out there on the rock when this is all over with. Thank you for watching us today. Join us for our other outdoor skill building videos coming soon.